Hi, I'm the one behind this channel, Autismo Engineer. That's subject to change. I'm actually not really sure how I feel about that name now. I thought it was funny and unique like 2 or 3 years ago when I made it, but I don't really know if I still feel the same way. Anyway, I just want to finally come out and talk about what's been going on with myself and my channel. 1 year ago today, as I'm recording this, I put out a little video called The Most Common Autistic Vocal Stims. It was originally just a video I made for myself, a little passion project I did because I personally like watching those kinds of videos on YouTube. But I'd always thought that for most of them, it was like 60% just niche references to 2010s web animations. And so I didn't recognize the stuff in them and I wanted to make my own. But I have a lot of friends who are also level 1 and level up 2 autistic, and we stim a lot of the same stuff, so I want to make it stuff we all recognize. But then I figured, well, if we all share a bunch of stims, surely there's some universal ones that a lot of people that express delayed echolalia have. And I checked, and there wasn't a single video like that. There was nothing that was just like the common ones. So I went and made a collection of all the stims that I saw in different compilations, the ones they had in common, and that multiple people I know used or I knew were popular. It ended up being a list of over 500 different references, and I put it out on the internet just to have out there, and people loved it. It took off. It's now the biggest stim compilation on all of YouTube, sitting at 2 million views. It was incredible. I got so much support from you guys and so many comments and people expressing how happy it made them and how it made so many people feel seen. It made me feel like I was a part of something and like I was able to bring my community together. But if you're one of about 300,000 people, you might know that the video currently up isn't the original. The original video had about 20 minutes worth of clips swapped out and a lot more profanity than the one up now. That video was taken down by YouTube a little while after it got age restricted, but it wasn't taken down for copyright or profanity. There was a word in it that accidentally didn't get muted during the editing process, and it violated YouTube's guidelines. If you're curious what it was in the Mr. Electric meme, and I didn't know it was there when I put it in. I've seen a lot of people say they like the old one better, people asking where it's been and if I can put it back out. Originally, I had made a post saying it would be back by New Year's, but that never came, and here we are 7 months later. What happened? Well, first, I want to rewind a little bit. The engineer in Autismo Engineer is there because I had initially intended for this to be an engineering channel. It was my dream since I was a kid to be a YouTube engineer long before YouTuber was even a job. It started in the early 2010s watching Colin Fears on the Discovery Channel and seeing all his incredible inventions like his grappling hook and hover bike. He inspired me like I really can't say anyone else has. I wanted to build cool things and entertain people and make people laugh. I wanted to be just like him. Then later on in my early teenage years, Michael Reeves was another huge inspiration. I loved the off-the-wall spin he brought to the scene, and how young he was made me believe even more that I could do it. That I could be just like them one day. I had so many people telling me that it wasn't a real job, that I needed to stay in reality and get a real job, something safe. People didn't see the value in it, but I was determined to prove them wrong. I knew I had what it took. Flashback to me putting my video out, I didn't really think anything of it, but it blew up. Just one video and it put my channel at almost 10,000 subscribers and 365,000 watch hours. That's 45 years worth of watch time, or enough time to watch the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, full director's cut, 11,000 times. So all this traction on just one video, and it felt like those dreams were right within grasp. I felt so close to something I had always wanted, but I had a problem. If I wanted to make it, I needed to get my channel monetized. Obviously, the stim video was something I would never monetize, even if I could, but the problem is that it was simultaneously the thing that made me so close to achieving my dream, and it was the same thing holding me back. The way getting your channel monetized works is you have to put a request out and to YouTube, and they look at your content and they decide whether or not to approve your request or not based on the videos you make and where the majority of reviews come from. For me, that would be the stim video, but that's 100% copyrighted content. It's an hour and a half of nothing but copyright. So they would never approve monetizing my channel. And if they reject your request, you have to wait 3 months before you can request again. If you get rejected a second time, it's waiting again. And if you get rejected a third time, you become permanently ineligible. Simple fix, right? I just put out more original content. I asked around on different subreddits for new YouTubers, and what a lot of people told me was that my first video was weighed so heavily that I'd be better off just giving up on this channel and starting over. Seeing people say that was so discouraging, but I still wanted to try. I felt like I had a golden ticket and I didn't want to waste it. And for the original video, I wanted to put it back on YouTube with the part that got taken down and removed because so many people had been saying they missed it. But it was around the time I made the realization that if I did that, I might completely shoot myself in the foot and ruin my hope of achieving my goals if there was now a second stim video on my channel before there was any original content. So I decided I'd put more views out and then try to get the monetization, and then I'd put the original back out. But I didn't know what to make. I'm in college right now for engineering, and when I first made my channel, my original plan was to start making engineering content once I graduated and knew what I was doing. In the hallway one day between classes, I overheard two guys talking about styropyro, and one of them saying he was his reason for going to college and getting an engineering degree in the first place, like Colin Fears and Michael Reeves were for me. And in that moment, more than anything, I wanted someone to talk about me like that someday. I wanted to inspire people to do the same thing, to be creative. And like I said, the stim video was just a passion project, but now it's become my channel's identity. I never wanted to be known as the stim compilation guy, but to anyone who knows my channel, that's all I am, that's all I've become. And I wanted to be so much more than that, so I felt so pressured to put out content, but I didn't want to just put out slop just for the sake of putting something out. I wanted to make something I was passionate about. Whatever I did, I wanted to mean it. I started working on scripts for a couple of projects, but I ended up scrapping several due to various personal and life reasons, and I even finished one. It was going to be a long fact video about really cool facts I'd both learned over the years and some I spent months researching. Little fact about that, I ended up finding and was seemingly the first person to call out errors in official reports from news outlets about the American spirit cave mummy, because a lot of sources claimed its age wrong because they were passing off the carbon dating age as the calendar age, but there's a 10,000 year difference. Anyway, it came time to record my video, and honestly, I hated the way I sounded. So after so long of thinking I had what it takes, insecurity crept in, and I started to think that maybe I didn't. That who even wanted to listen to that? To me. That no one would want to listen to some guy they've never heard before go on about random facts with no animations for like an hour. I felt like I should have just stuck with waiting to do real physical projects. Well, here I am now, at a crossroads. I finally have a really cool project I've been working on and that I'm really proud of. And a little spoiler, it's a DIY to celebrate an upcoming release of something. And I don't know if I should still post it on my main channel, or if I should just do what those people told me months ago and just start over and hope it does well on a new channel so I can go ahead and post the original stim video and leave this channel potentially permanently dormant. I'm not really sure what to do anymore, and I don't know what things look like in going forward. Any advice on what you guys think is appreciated, and I figured those of you who've been asking for a year now deserve to know what's been going on. If you've listened to me this far, I really appreciate it. Have a good one.